Agriculture Minister Robert Prasad says greater coordination and cooperation is needed to effectively tackle climate change and other related phenomena. He made this remark during the 48th opening session of the Caribbean Meteorological Council meeting at the International Conference Center earlier today. Shardulal has this report.
Provision of climate and weather services are crucial since they can affect national and food security and economic viability globally. And as representatives of the Caribbean Meteorological Council converge to discuss the future, they must also find ways to effectively respond to the needs of the region. Although climate change is not on the agenda, it has been given prominence since it has been having a severe impact on small island states. Agriculture Minister Robert Prasad believes it is the single greatest threat to regional development. As such, he has called for greater collaboration to ensure that the region's position is represented in any post-Kyoto Protocol framework. The minister has also urged the Council to recognize the Jagdeo Initiative on Climate Change, which could provide valuable global eco-services.
If we are going to, as it were, to take the necessary adaptation measures and intervention, climate and weather information is very, very crucial in this regard. And we need to see the linkage. We need to see the linkage in this area.
He is hoping that the meeting will provide opportunities to share information and best practices to develop and revise policies. Assistant Secretary General of CARICOM, Dr. Edward Green, has lauded the work of the organization in providing reliable weather information and warning systems. However, he points out the need for greater linkages and effective management to address the current climate concerns.
As the Caribbean engage with the international community on the development of the post-2012 global climate change architecture, there would most likely be the need for repositioning the Caribbean Meteorological Organization to address the development concerns of the region in an international climate and economy that is brutal and variable.
To improve its efficiency, the organization has embarked on a digital weather radar project, and Guyana is expected to commission the final Doppler radar system in January. Reporting for the 6 o'clock news, I'm Shardulal.
A Guyana passport belonging to Yonet Duncan and other documents have been found in a Bay Ridge taxi. Yonet Duncan can uplift the documents from the National Communication Network, Homestretch Avenue, Georgetown. Existing global climate policies may have failed to adequately address the interests of the vulnerable Caribbean states. This is the view of CARICOM Director of Sustainable Development, Garfield Barnwell, who has highlighted the need for a better approach the next time around. More in this report.
In recent times, there have been an unusual rainfall pattern and heat dimension in the Caribbean. This has caused many countries to review their agricultural practices and be on the alert for impending disasters. Critical to the process of adaptation and mitigation are the collection and analysis of scientific data by the Caribbean Meteorological Organization. But while the body has been doing its part, CARICOM Sustainable Development Director Garfield Barnwell says many concerns still need to be addressed. He says questions still exist about the accuracy and accuracy of data in assessing the impact of climate change on the region. Barnwell has also expressed his disappointment in global models used to measure this phenomenon.
Now in the Caribbean region, we have a special problem as well. And the special problem is that much of the global models looking at climate change do not really factor in the special concerns of small states like us, essentially because we are so small and the information that is used in those projections get lost in terms of what is happening elsewhere in the atmosphere.
To this end, the University of the West Indies has commenced a study of the various international models.
We're looking at anecdotal kinds of evidence in terms of what has been happening in the region, and on the basis of that, they are to a large extent signaling some of the concerns that the international community have been stressing with regards to the climate change issue.
Despite financial and resource constraints, Barnwell believes that the region has been responding to the emerging climatic threats well. As the countdown to the climate change conference in Copenhagen begins, he is hoping that the region will be able to craft a strategic plan which can be factored into the global framework. Reporting for the 6 o'clock news, I'm Shardalal.
Quick response from the fire service and power company has managed to save the Household Plus store from being destroyed by fire of unknown origin. Reports are that around 10 hours today, employees of the store located on Regent Street made an alarm after smelling smoke. No one was injured and there were no major damages. The Region 5 administration says all but 2 projects under its 2008 work program have been completed. These are the construction of a concrete timber bridge at the Rosignol-Blairmont intersection and the completion of Phase 2 of the No. 8 Village Secondary School. Giselle Archibald tells us more.
More than $1 billion was allocated this year to the region, and Regional Executive Officer Floyd Front says all but 2 of the projects have already been completed. The construction of a bridge to the tune of $22 million and the completion of a secondary school at No. 8 Village are the 2 projects that have to be carried out for 2009. And Regional Chairman Zulfikar Mustafa said the projects were completed to the satisfaction of the Regional Democratic Council. For 2009, the RDC has proposed continued works in agricultural area. This, Mustafa explained, will be done by more building of bridges and cultivation in agricultural areas, especially in Blairmont. For the NCN 6 o'clock news, Giselle Archibald.